Hey guys, welcome to the second part of the audio throwdown.
Roundup.
Welcome to part 2 of the audio roundup. You happy, Wes?
Yeah, I am. A little less sass.
A little less sass.
Bumper.
So, on the last episode of Long Division Fridays, we went over all of our audio gear. This episode, we're going to be going over a little bit of how to use it and what it's going to sound like in different spaces. So let me start off by showing you guys how to set up and use the Zoom H4N to be programmed with any microphone. Congratulations on purchasing your new Zoom H4N. The first thing we're going to do today is plug in our XLR microphone. Plug it into the bottom and make sure you hear a firm click. The next step is going to be plugging in the other end of the XLR cable into your microphone. And lastly, press the record button to get a live monitor of what your audio levels are. You want this to be between -24 and -6 decibels, which you can adjust with the input level rocker on the side. Congratulations! You're now a fully trained professional audio worker. You can do any audio design job that anybody else can. This may not actually be true. This is actually a fully false statement, but you are on your way, so good job on that. Keep up the good work. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Rode NTG2 shotgun mic that we've been using, and we're going to place it around in some different environments. We're going to be going to a large room, a small room, outdoors, and in a closet. So that way you can see what it's going to sound like in different recording environments.
This is what the word pickle sounds like in a small room. Pickles. This is what the word pickle sounds like in a large room, like a living room. Pickles. This is what the word pickle sounds like in a very teeny tiny space, like a closet. Pickles. This is what it sounds like to say the P word outside. Pickles.
And now I want to take a minute to show you guys how to actually clean up your audio using Adobe Audition. This is a pivotal point in the editing process. If you have bad audio, the audience is going to notice. Let's clean that audio. Let's get up in there and clean that audio. What's going on, guys? As promised, here is the audio cleanup tutorial. What? That's Wes. Walking in with coffee, talking about me putting him out if he was on fire. At this point, probably not. So here's an audio clip that you guys just heard recently in the vidya. Let's clean that audio. Let's get up in there and clean that audio. So this is actually a relatively clean piece of audio as it stands, but we're going to show you how to go in and make it even cleaner. And there are a couple different ways to do this. So I like to go over to my waveform editor here and bring up the spectral frequency display, which can be found under View, Show Spectral Frequency Display. Shift plus D, apparently. That's new for me. I didn't know that. Anyway, so once you're in here, this little heat map is going to show you where your audio is, if that makes any sense at all to anybody but me. So as we scroll through, the areas that are silent kind of have this purple fuzzy stuff. Areas that have audio turn into the red, orange, yellow. That sounds fun. So I actually set a keyboard shortcut, which you can do under Edit Keyboard Shortcuts. And I made it so that when I press Control 1, and you can make it whatever you want, that it's going to insert silence wherever your selection is. So way one of cleaning this up is finding those areas that you want silence and just Control 1ing the crap out of them. Boom, boom, boom. And then you're going to have this. Let's clean that audio. Let's get up in there and clean that audio. Now, the only thing that I don't like about that is it sounds like it drops off very quickly, especially right here. Clean that audio. Audio. And it just dumps right off. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Another way that you can do this, and sometimes that technique will work, but the way that's going to work more often than not is to first of all get the audio to your desired level. So let's see where this is at for us. Let's clean that audio. That's about where I want it to be. Find an area of silence. Preferably you'd want a little bit more than I have here. And then press Shift P on your keyboard, and that's going to capture a noise footprint for the audio track. Okay, so I just had to do a quick cut there because apparently my computer wanted to use the keyboard shortcut for something else. I'm going to fix that later.
Do they care?
They care. Everybody cares. So once you have your noise footprint set, select your whole audio track, as we discussed before everything went to hell, and click Effects, go down to Noise Reduction / Restoration, and scroll on over to noise reduction process. Now this is automatically going to take care of a lot of it for you. I like to open up the advanced panel, and really this is going to vary from audio clip to audio clip. I usually keep the noise reduction closer to about between 80 and 95%. We'll just toss it at 90 for right now. 90. And reduced by 40 decibels usually is pretty good. Adjusting these is something that really you're just going to have to play around with to see what sounds best for your clip. We'll set it here for now and see what it sounds like. You can use this preview button to check it out.
Let's clean that audio. Let's get up in there and clean that audio.
Okay, so that sounds pretty good. Go ahead and apply that, and you'll see that in your waveform, it actually cleaned it up quite a bit. It got rid of, in this area where there was a lot of purple and noisiness, it's almost black now. It's almost totally black, which is what we want. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, actually, as a comparison, I'm going to undo that noise removal that we did, and I'm going to bring us over to our multi-track. I'm gonna duplicate this footage. If it'll, man, none of my keyboard shortcuts are working, man. Okay, we'll Control C, Control V. We'll make this old school. Now you can actually, what?
This whole thing is a wash.
As a wash? Don't you call me a wash. Select both clips. You're gonna click merge clips, and the two clips become one. Now we'll go back into our waveform editor, and just as an example, we'll select just the first piece here. I'm gonna change that. You know what? I lied. We're gonna select just the second piece here, and we're gonna do that noise removal. So we go back in, noise reduction, restoration, noise reduction process. We'll reduce it by a little bit more, and you can see there's actually a little bit of a graphic display there as you're adjusting. Definitely a good thing to keep your eye on. Let's go to the extreme with that. Now back to back, you'll be able to hear what it sounds like with and without noise reduction. Here we go.
Let's clean that audio. Let's get up in there and clean that audio. Let's clean that audio. Let's get up in there and clean that audio.
As you can hear, that is a huge difference right off the bat, and there are still tweaks that could be made in there to make it even cleaner still. What I would probably do is find those areas of almost silence and totally silence them, because at this point it's going to be a little bit tougher to detect, and you can get it right up to where the waveform starts, and then you get something closer to this.
Let's clean that audio. Let's get up in there and clean that audio. Let's clean that audio. Let's get up in there and clean that audio.
And that's definitely... That's definitely that is definitely a more usable audio take than the one that we had before. So it's a good idea to always bring your audio into Audition if it's something that you're really looking to have solid audio quality for. Premiere has a couple of okay audio editing tools, but they're not going to be nearly the same quality of sound reduction, of noise reduction that you're going to get out of Audition. So that's it. I don't know what else you guys want from me. This is your tutorial. This is it. You guys already have the tutorial. Thank you guys for checking out our two-part audio throwdown. And we're
Roundup.
Thank you guys for checking out our two-part audio roundup. Because Wes won't let me call it the throwdown.
We're rehashing from last time.
What's that mean? And make sure you check us out next time, because we're going to have an awesome bit on continuity. Thanks for watching. Don't throw knives at me.